Hey there, this is Karen from Firefly. I just want to check in with all of you. I usually see a lot of you every month for your facial. You come in once a month, but now that you're not able to do that, I thought I would give you some ideas for doing at-home facials. So one of the things that's really important when you come in for your facials is masking. So I'm going to be talking about masks today. And the product line that I use, which most of you are familiar with, is PCA Skin. And right now, PCA is donating 100% of the proceeds from mask sales to a nonprofit company called Fabric, who manufactures PPE, which is personal protection equipment, including masks. So they make the masks for the people that work in the hospitals. And so we're doing masks for masks here at Firefly. So if you purchase a mask, then you get to be supporting the production of the masks, the PPE. So there's 5 types of masks or treatments that PCA is promoting to donate to the PPE masks. So we have hydrating mask, detoxifying mask, purifying mask, revitalizing mask, and the pore refining treatment. So all of the masks retail for $60 and should last you about 4 to 6 months, depending on how often you're masking. So I'm going to start with the hydrating mask. This is one of my favorite masks. It's one of the most versatile masks too. It's a therapeutic mask. It has oat milk extract in it and arnica, so it's really calming and soothing for the skin. And it also has glycerin that helps with hydration. And the way that you use it is you apply a thin layer over the entire face. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is the hydrating mask. It's really smooth and it's got a really nice creamy texture to it. So you can put it on, you can leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes and then just remove it with a warm towel. And it's good for all skin types, especially dry or sensitive or aging skin. But acne patients, acne clients would like it if their treatment that they're using to dry up their acne might be drying off the surface of their skin. So this is a really good treatment for them. It's good for people with oily skin because it helps to balance out their oil production also. So you can use it as a mask in the evening once a week or as needed. But as I mentioned, this is also, this is one of my favorite masks because it does so many other things too. It's calming and soothing for dry skin, cracked skin, flaky skin, irritated skin. And you can put it on your hands at night and sleep with masks on, or mittens on if you have really dry hands. You can sleep with socks on, put it on your feet if you have really dry, cracked heels. You can use it as a lip mask if you have chapped lips. You can even use it like as a nighttime hydrator if you just put a really thin layer and sleep with it on your face. So this can be used for so many things. And it can also be used to blend in with some of the other masks if they're a little bit too strong. It can kind of tone them down a little bit. So this is great hydrating mask. The next one that I'm going to talk about is the detoxifying mask. So this one is a charcoal-based mask. It helps to minimize pores and excess oil. It has Japanese white charcoal in it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So it's kind of this gray color. See that one right there? So when it goes on, it's this darker gray, and then as it dries, it kind of gets lighter. And then you can also see the areas where it's more oily, where it's working a little bit more, those stay darker. So you leave it on for about 5 to 10 minutes or until it dries, and then you remove it with a warm towel. This one can be kind of tricky to get off sometimes because when it dries, it's got that clay to it. So you might have to splash some water and wet it down again before you can get it off. So the detoxifying mask is good for all skin types, but especially for oily and acne skin, and you can use it once a week in the evening or as needed. So the next one is the purifying mask. And this one is a clay-based treatment, and it has pumice in it, so it's got a little bit of a scrub to it. So let me show you what it looks like. So this one, it's kind of pink right here. And as it dries again, it gets a little bit red. And it has this pumice in it, so you can feel it. It's like a scrub. And so the way that you use it is you put it on and you put it on in circular motions to activate the pumice, the scrub, and then leave it on to dry. So for more oily skin, you're going to leave it on to dry a little bit longer, so 3 to 5 minutes usually. But if you have not quite as oily skin, you can still use it as a scrub and just not let it dry. Don't leave it on quite as long. So this one can also be tricky to get off with the pumice in it. So what I like to do is use this right before I get in the shower, and then it's just easier to get all of the scrub off in the shower than if you're trying to do it at the sink. This is good for combination skin or oily skin or acne skin, and you use it in the evening once a week or as needed. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is the Revitalizing Mask. This is a papaya-based mask, and it smells awesome. It smells so good. And it has papaya, honey, and fruit extracts that calm the skin and exfoliate the skin. And the enzymes gently exfoliate, dissolving the dead skin cells on the surface, which is a little bit different than the purifying mask with the scrub in it. So the enzyme mask dissolves the skin cells, the dead skin cells, and the pumice will rub off the dead skin cells. So I think it's important to change up your exfoliation just so your skin doesn't get used to the same thing, but you have to be careful not to over exfoliate too. So this is an enzyme exfoliation, and let me show you what it looks like. So this is kind of green looking because it's got the fruit enzymes and the papaya, and it smells so good. I love this one. I love them all, but I really like how this one smells. So you apply it a thin layer over the face, and then just depending how sensitive your skin is, you can leave it on for less time or longer. So 2 to 5 minutes usually. If it's really sensitive, maybe just 1 to 2 minutes to start with. This is also one that you can mix the hydrate mask with to kind of tone it down a little bit. So just mix them together before you apply it to your skin. And then if you're more resilient or if it's not super sensitive, you can leave it on for a little bit longer, like 5 minutes or even maybe up to 7 minutes. And then you just remove it with a warm towel. So this one is good for normal to combination skin. It helps with anti-aging and acne, and you can use it in the evening once a week or as needed. And then the final treatment is the pore refining treatment. So this is an exfoliator that can be used alone or mixed with one of the other masks. And this has another kind of scrub in it. Let me show you what it looks like. So this one's kind of white right there. And this has a scrub in it too, but this is made with rice powder instead of, different than the pumice. So the pumice is a little bit thicker of a grain, and the rice powder is finer. So the pore refining treatment, you can use it, apply a thin layer over the face, and you just use it in circular motions. And you can just leave it on for like a minute or so. You can use it before one of the other masks, and the exfoliation will then have the other mask penetrate a little bit deeper if you exfoliate first, or you can even just mix it with the other mask and apply them together. With any of the other masks is fine, except for the purifying mask because it already has the pumice. So, and this is good for all skin types, period. Everybody can use this. You can use it 1 to 3 times a week, morning or evening, and it's just great for everybody. So these are all the masks that we have from PCA that are going to be supporting the production of the PPE and the face mask for the people in the hospital and the first responders. So they all retail for $60, and if you need any help with determining which is the best ones for you, just let us know. Thanks.